everyone! Sorry I haven't posted in a little bit. Yesterday was my first formal dance. I went to my high school's homecoming and I had a blast. And if you follow me on Instagram, which you totally should, Margot on the Argo with underscores in between each name, I posted tons of pictures in me and my dress and my makeup and everything, and I wore these earrings and these clips and this bracelet, but they're so pretty I had to wear them again today. So yeah, that's my excuse for not posting in a while, because I've been busy and shopping and, you know, everything. So today I woke up and in my subscription box was a tag from Jesse the Reader. And whenever I see that Jesse has done a tag, my heart just smiles because he is the king of tags. He is so good at them. So I decided to do this tag too, and it is called the TMI Tag, which I've already done, but this is the Booktube Edition. So some of the questions are kind of similar, but they're more related to books. So here we go. Which fictional character has the best style? For this one, I said America Singer because, like, she always, I know it wasn't really her and it was more of her maids, but she always wore really pretty clothes, and I like them. Her clothes are really pretty. I think because I like formal dresses, I think they're really pretty, so. Your book, boyfriend, or fictional crush? Okay, so since the obvious answer is Augustus Waters or PETA, and I use them too much, I decided to go with my newest one, which is Newt from the Maze Runner trilogy. Just, Newt, I love you. Have you ever loved a character but then started hating them? That kind of works for the book I'm reading right now. I can't really think of one because, like I've said before, in some questions like, have you ever loved a book then hated it? I don't really change my mind like that. I'm reading The Kill Order right now by James Dashner, and man, I've been reading that for like a week now, and I'm still just about halfway through. I am not as enthralled in it. So I picked for this one Alec. He's starting to get on my nerves because James Dashner is more James Dashner. He keeps referring to him as a bear, and I'm starting to wonder if he actually is, and I just missed something, and there's just a sentient bear walking around. I don't even know. It's getting really annoying, and I'm starting to get really fed up. The biggest or longest book on your shelf? Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, which is everyone's answer. What is the heaviest book on your shelf? Percy Jackson's Greek Gods. That book is the heaviest thing I've ever felt. Do you have any book posters? Yes, I have several Fault in Our Stars posters. I have all of these Harry Potter posters. I have some Hunger Games posters and some Divergent posters. So I got a lot. Do you have any book-themed jewelry? I have a Mockingjay necklace, but I have no idea where it is. So, yeah. Your book OTP. Persabeth. Persabeth forever. I have a lot of others, but Persabeth is always my number one. Favorite book series? For this, I'm going to say Percy Jackson. Absolutely. Favorite book to movie soundtrack? Definitely Harry Potter. Some of those songs are so pretty, and I looked them up on YouTube. Like, Hedwig's theme is so gorgeous, and I can play it on the flute, and I absolutely love it. Hedwig's theme is epic. A book series that you miss or you wish would continue. Now, this is kind of difficult because for books, a lot of the times, you know, if there's like 78 books in a series, they get worse as they go. And for like books, like I want there to be millions and millions and millions of Percy Jackson books, but I don't want the quality to go down and then start to not like them. And, you know, Harry Potter would be really cool to have more. I mean, it did get wrapped up, but I think it'd be great to have more. I mean, we know that J.K. Rowling has more ideas. I mean, why are you sitting there, JK? Come on, man. So I said The Maze Runner, and it's not because I didn't think it was wrapped up all the way. I talked to you guys in my review how I wasn't a huge fan of how everything wrapped up in the ending. I mean, it did end and it was wrapped up, but I just think it could have been done better. But I know that I'm reading the prequel, The Kill Order, but I don't like it all that much. But with that series, because the reason why I'm not a huge fan of The Kill Order is because I miss Thomas. Even though I didn't really like Thomas, I miss him and I miss his stupidity, but Martin makes up for that. But I think it'd be really cool to have more of those, but I don't want it to go down in quality, so it's fine where it is. But if I had to, I would say The Maze Runner. What is your favorite standalone? Obviously, anything that John Green wrote, specifically The Fault in Our Stars, but since that's obvious, I'm going to say Landline by Rainbow Rowell. Since when have you read books? Well, whenever I was a kid, my parents would always read to me, you know, before bed and stuff, and I always liked it. And then from the summer from 5th grade to 6th grade, I found Percy Jackson, and then it opened up an entire new world. I remember when I refused to read anything except for Junie B. Jones and American Girls, and I am telling you, I refused to read anything other than Junie B. Jones in like the 5th grade, and it was embarrassing. I feel so bad that I did that. What Hogwarts house are you in? I have not taken this elusive test on Pottermore. I would say Gryffindor, even though I'm not very brave, or maybe Hufflepuff. I don't know, but I like Gryffindor a lot. I definitely root for Gryffindor. A quality you look for in a book. Always romance. I don't want it just to be a romance book, because sometimes that gets on my nerves and it's always unrealistic and lame. Like, you know, the girls are always like, oh my gosh, I don't have my boyfriend with me. How do I function? Breathe in, breathe out. But if a book doesn't have some romance in it, I'm probably less likely to enjoy it. But so I said romance and action. I like a combination of the two. Favorite book quote. I have several. My number one is written on my mirror. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of time if one only remembers to turn on the light, from Albus Dumbledore. That's always been one of my favorites because it's really inspirational, but I thought of some more. I love anything that John Green has said, like, my thoughts are stars I cannot fathom into constellations. And then from Stephen Chbosky, we accept the love we think we deserve. I just think that's beautiful and inspirational, and I really need to read Perks of Being a Wallflower. I want to get on that. Favorite author. Always been Rick Riordan, more recently added John Green, so I'm going to say Rick Riordan and John Green, but if I had to pick one of the two just because of childhood, Rick Riordan. Favorite book covers. I love it when a book series sticks with the theme for the colors. Like Twilight, it's always black, white, and red, a certain thing like that. And like the Cinder covers, it has like the same color scheme, but I said Shiver, the Shiver series by Maggie Stiefvater, Shiverling Rare and Forever. It's all the same gist, like it all has a white background with just a little bit of the color added, and I think they look really pretty together. The spines together are the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen ever. Action or romance? We talked about this, so I said both because that is what I love in a book, is action and romance. That's what I want. Where do you go when a sad moment happens? Okay, I am always, because of my luck, for some reason, I am always in public when I read the most sad, emotional parts. For example, I was in English class whenever I finished The Fault in Our Stars. I was in psychology class when I finished The Death Cure. It sucks, guys. I'm always in public. It's terrible. So, I guess I stay where I am. I don't really go anywhere, but I don't really know. I honestly don't really know how to answer that question. How long do you need to finish a book? It depends. An average book size for me is about the size of maybe The Son of Neptune, the second book in the Heroes of Olympus series. You know, it's pretty thick, it's pretty good, but it's not like huge. So for something like that, during the school year, it honestly would probably take me 4 days to a week. But a smaller book like The Maze Runner, 3 days, maybe 4 days. It really depends on like homework and just how busy I am. But I would say approximately 4 days for any size. I guess 4 or 5 days. How long is your mourning period? This also depends. If it's the death of a character who I was ridiculously close to and I loved, then it's very difficult. I think that might be why I'm having trouble with the kill order, because the end of The Death Cure. But, and like, for The Fault in Our Stars, I don't think I read another book for a month. That sucked so bad. And whenever Blood of Olympus comes out, this is going to be a very unimpressive wrap-up for October, because I'm just going to sit there after having read Blood of Olympus doing nothing. Least favorite book. You got a weedy now? Whatever. Least favorite book. I don't really have any specific least favorite books, and even the one that I said, To Kill a Mockingbird, that's not really my least favorite. I just wasn't a big fan. I guess that's what I'm going to go with. Turn on in a character. I love it when a character is sassy. It just makes me laugh. So if you're funny and sassy and intelligent, don't be some airhead who just walks around, what is that? Turn off in a character. Arrogance. I hate arrogant characters. That's why I was not the biggest Jace Wayland fan, or whatever his last name is now. I don't like arrogant characters. Reason I joined BookTube. I've said this before, I just wanted someone to talk about books with, and I always said that I did tags and stuff like in my head, like, this is fun, but I wanted real people to see it. Name a scary book. I do not read scary books, but if I had to pick one, I would say The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, just because of the psychological creep factor. I love it when we have an unreliable narrator. That's really interesting to me. The last book that made me cry, The Death Cure by James Dashner. Whew, that was tough, man. Last book you gave 5 stars, The Death Cure. Any favorite book titles? I love the title The Giver. It's very mysterious and exciting, and it's really cool. And I also love the title Fault in Our Stars. I think that's beautiful, and it's really cool how he used a Shakespeare quote. And I love the title The Beginning of Everything. It's just kind of cool. The last book you read, The Death Cure by James Dashner. Book you're currently reading, The Kill Order by James Dashner. I don't like it, though, all that much. I mean, no, it's fine. Last adaptation you watched, The Maze Runner, for the second time, and I'm going again this weekend, so woo-woo. A book character you always wanted to talk to. Anyone from Percy Jackson, and so, literally anyone. And then I would love to talk to Hazel from Tifios and just talk to her and be like, man, how you holding up, girl? You want to come over to my house for a sleepover? I'll cheer you up or something. An author you always wanted to talk to. Rick Riordan, the man is a genius. I would love to talk to him more than anything. But in this past year, I would sell my kidneys to talk to John and or Hank Green. They are hilarious and smart, and they are my favorite two people on earth right now. So, yeah. Favorite book snack. I am not talented enough to read and eat because most of the things I like to eat involve a spoon and bowl because my favorite food is ice cream. You have to hold the book and then do that, but I guess something that I can eat with one hand, like candy bar or something. A book world you want to live in. Percy Jackson, I want to go to Camp Half-Blood now. Book world you don't want to live in. The Maze Runner, that would suck so bad because you would either be in real Earth where everything is burned and a disease, or you'd be trapped in a maze. That would not work. Last time you smelled a book. Every time I pick one up, I sniff. So, yeah, take that as you want to. Weird insults in books. Okay, the Maze Runner series has some of the weirdest insults ever, but one that I read in the Kill Order, I'm just like, oh, what a way with words, James Dashner. You look like a piece of rat liver on a stick. What does that even mean? Favorite romance book. I don't read specifically romance books, but I would say The Fault in Our Stars, because that is heavily romanced. Do you write? Yes, I do. Favorite magical item. Wand, you can do anything with it, and you can create other magical items with it. Your Quidditch position. I'm not a sporty person, but I would love to be a keeper. That would be a lot of fun. Name a song you connect to a book. This is so epic, guys. Okay, so I finished the Scorch Trials, and you know what happens. If you haven't read the Scorch Trials, I don't even know what to say. You'll know what I mean. Somebody that I used to know by Goatee, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I heard it after I finished the Scorch Trials, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Teresa. It was just, it was so good. It was weird. Favorite book-related chat-up line. I don't use chat-up lines, and I cannot think of a book one. The one that Jesse said was pretty funny. Go watch Jesse's video. Have you ever used it? No. Favorite book fandom. Percy Jackson, proud to be a part of it, proud to be a demigod, and The Fault in Our Stars. How many books do you own? I own 211 books. I know, it's a lot. And then the last question is, who do you tag? I don't care. If you do it, say that I tagged you. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.